I'm free! Free falling! My ears, they hurt, but you'll figure it out in a second. See? I wasn't lying to you. Problem is, I don't stick this landing. From what I remember, I deploy too... I deploy too early, then redeploy again. And then it's just sadness all the way. But anyways, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nick. As always, you can call me Tatcher Ninja. And we are once again back playing some early gameplay of Far Cry 5. Once again captured at a Ubisoft San Francisco event that I attended a couple weeks ago. And this is going to be my final part of my final impressions of the game. I did capture some other stuff. They've introduced like a map creator mode for this game, so you can create your own custom maps that you, your friends, as well as the online community can play if you would like. But I really didn't find it that stimulating, so I decided not to do a video of it and listen for the dialogue.
Whitetail militia's been ready for this fight for years. Eli made... Hold up! Where was I? Right. Whitetail militia's been ready for this fight for years. Eli made sure we had caches stashed all over the place. Guns, ammo, you name it. Gotta be prepared for anything, you know? But the way things are going, we need those supplies here. Not sitting in some bunker waiting to be found. Last thing we need are the fucking Peggies stumbling across our shit. So if you could get those supplies, it'd be a big help for us. But, there is one problem. We don't keep a map of the caches here. Don't ask me why. Safeguards, or some bullshit. There's a scout up at the Jefferson Lookout Tower who should have one. Place is just west of here. Good luck and be careful out there.
There's always something else. Got a job for you. You remember the Grandview Hotel? That shithole we pulled you out of? Need you to head back there. Jacob nabbed a whitetail by the name of Briggs, and he's using the same brain-melting nonsense he tried on you. All in the hopes that Briggs will give up the wolf's den. I don't think our boy can hold out as long as you did. And if he gives up our location, we're done. So we gotta move on this quick. Some folks here think the smart move would be just to off him. But if we start killing our own to save our asses, how's that make us any better than Jacob? Nah. I ain't going down that road. Here's what we're gonna do instead. Wheaty's cooked up a little deprogramming package. Same thing we used on you. Need you to swap out the tape they got running in Briggs' room with the one I'm gonna give you. And then, well, then we'll see what happens. If everything goes smooth, our guy comes back to Earth. If it doesn't, well, we'll deal with that when the time comes.
Wasn't sure you'd come back, but I guess you're full of surprises. This squealer here ran security up at the chalet. Lucky for us, he wasn't that good at his job and wound up in my kiddie pool. Seems the place is being used as a training ground for the Chosen. If you've seen them in action, you know how ruthless they are. You know what Jacob taught him to use for target practice? Live bodies. Gets their first kill jitters out of the way. These motherfuckers don't value any life that ain't in their cult. And they need to be put down like the dogs they are. So you're gonna head up to that chalet. You're gonna kill every Chosen you see, and you're gonna rig that building with explosives. And then we're gonna watch that whole fucking place turn into a smoldering heap of ash. Sound good to you?
Sounds good, baby. You know what I like. Anyways, so this is, like I said, gonna be the final video, and I'm gonna give you my final impressions of this game, which really hasn't changed since the very first part 1 early gameplay walkthrough. And I'm gonna say that it's just more Far Cry. I can honestly tell you that I really didn't see anything completely new or innovative that you haven't seen, especially from Far Cry 3 and 4. Primal is a little bit of an outlier because it's set in a completely different environment, which was really needed. I thought that refresh was a good step for the series, just to kind of try something new. But yeah, if you're going to go into this expecting something new and innovative, you're probably going to have a bad day and be a little bit disappointed. But that being said, it's still a very fun game to play. I still enjoy playing it. I do like the world of Far Cry and the nuances and the mechanics of all of it. The controls always look good. On PC especially, the game always looks fantastic, and that's what I plan to do when I play the full release of this game. If there is a simultaneous PC release, I will be playing the PC version of the game. If you're going to ask me, I always like to do this because I always like to give preemptive review scores of what I think a game is going to come out based on my early impressions of it. And I'm not here to toot my own horn, but especially with Ubisoft games, I'm usually right on, almost like scary on point, as I crash into a tree right here. I'm usually scary on point with the Metacritic score for games that Ubisoft releases before they actually come out. I'm right on the money. I can't remember what I said Watch Dogs 2 was going to get, but I was like right on the Metacritic score, as well as Assassin's Creed Origins. I basically nailed it on the nose. If I were to guess what the Metacritic score for this game will be, it will probably be very low 8 and to a mid to high 7. So I'm gonna guess around a 7.8 score. That's what I think the Metacritic will be based.
Okay, kid. Eli here. Got you on the cameras. Grandview's a straight shot north of there. Get moving.
If I were to give it a preemptive score, I'd probably give it an 8, a solid flat 8. But judging from critics, and like all critics nowadays like to be hipsters, and if it's not completely new.
There's choppers in the area. Place is a goddamn fortress.
You always get those asshole critics who like to give a game a low score just for clickbait. I'd say probably the Metacritic score of this game will be around a 7.7 to 7.8, which is still a decent game in my personal opinion. But based on what I said, or what I'm telling you guys, I think my personal score will be around an 8. Mainly because, like I said earlier, I didn't see anything completely new about this game. Even though you can punch guys in throats. That's always fun. But yeah, which is still a decent score. But other than that, they did introduce some cool stuff. The online co-op is something new, as well as that map, the map maker that I showed you about, talked about. There is an online multiplayer for the game. I did get to play it, and it was god awful. I'm gonna admit, the multiplayer based on the event that I played at was terrible. It looked awful. It didn't play very well. It's just, yeah, it's kind of not even worth mentioning at this point. It's one of those things that developers put in just so they can tick those extra boxes on the back of the game box just to say that they can have it. But unless something completely drastic happens, yeah, the multiplayer was not good at all. But anyways, that is it for my early impressions of Far Cry 5 final review score, what I played. And yeah, it's really nothing more you can say. 8 is still a solid score in modern day gaming. Not all games can be high 8s and 9s, but yeah. Anyways, that's enough for me talking. I have nothing else to say. Don't want to drag out commentary. Enjoy the rest of the gameplay, and I will see you guys next time, right? As always, have a fast day.
If our ancestors could see us now, they would be ashamed. They would be sickened, and they would be angry. We have forgotten where we came from. We have forgotten who we are. No longer. We will become killers. We will become tenacious.
Bombs are set. Get out of there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is for Mark. Ain't that a pretty sight? Good fucking riddance. You gotta understand something, Deb. No one comes back from Jacob's chair the same. I've seen it firsthand. You go in one way, and you come out another. Eli thinks you're clear, but only time will tell. Anyhow, plenty more to do back at the Wolf's Den. Stop by if you're around, and thanks, Deb, for all you've been doing.
You're the one I've been hearing about. Have you on our team.
Ever since those religious freaks came to town, it's been hard to get decent conditions.
Tower. Grab the map. The bunker should be marked on the map. Once you've got it, pick a spot and go. But Eden's Gate has a few hunting parties out. They're nabbing guys, throwing him in those fucking chairs. Last thing we need is to lose you again. Nah, check around. Cabin's too obvious. What about a root cellar? Or something that will lead underground?
Watch my back! Will you?
You look like you can handle a weapon.
got you on camera. Wait. Ah, no! Those motherfuckers looted the place. They're driving away with our shit. Get after them and get that stash back. Hurry! They're getting away!
Good to have you on our side, Deb.
Hey, welcome back. Damn. Glad we can actually put this stuff to use instead of letting it collect dust in some bunker. This is a big help. I can't believe you caught those guys. Thought for sure they'd get away. If we had a couple more people like you around here, Eden's Gate would have rolled over a long time ago. Thanks again, Deputy.
You're gonna help us take this mountain back.
Hey, need a word.